Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Look who's here. It's Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey.
She decided to crash my video.
I did.
I'm just kidding. I wanted her in my video because the movie that we just saw, The Best of Enemies, I wanted you to be in this video to weigh in because the basic plot line is it's based on a true story of schools integrating.
Right.
This movie took place in 1971 in Durham, North Carolina, and the black school burned down. And so therefore a committee was formed to decide to vote whether or not to integrate the schools or not. On one side, you had Ann Atwater, played by Taraji P. Henson. She did a really great job. She got like her mannerisms down and her gruffness and her hardness, and like I enjoyed how she portrayed this character. Well, not character, real life person. And so she was like a major African American activist back in the 70s, and so she was on one side for the integration, and then you had C.P. Ellis on the other side, played by Sam Rockwell, who I love. Sam Rockwell.
Everybody in the free world knows you love Sam Rockwell.
I'm a big Sam Rockwell fan, so I enjoyed having him in this role. And C.P. Ellis is the head of the KKK. He is the president of the KKK. So this was, wow. Like, this was a major, major event in history. And I really enjoyed the movie. It was I hate to say like drawn out, but you kind of needed that to set up everything correctly on how the movie was going to go. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to disagree with you for a second here, only because this is history to you.
Yeah.
I lived through this. I remember this.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted you in the video, because you remember this.
Right. And that's just the way it was.
That's the way it was.
That's just the way it was.
Like, you lived through the separate schools, separate drinking fountains, separate everything.
Right.
Right. And that's scary, because when you think about it, it really wasn't that long ago.
No.
It was only like 50, 60 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's nothing. You know,
it's a whole nother world. It's like I said, it's history to you, but it's still very fresh in my memory.
Yeah.
And I just pray to God that racism ends with your generation. I really do.
I hope so too. I hope so too. And I like movies like this because it opens people's minds. It really does. It makes you think about how times were then, how times are now. And Sam Rockwell, who plays C.P. Ellis, the head of the KKK, goes through a transformation, a realization in this movie. And it kind of makes you go through your own journey, you know, seeing things through other people's eyes and how everything is, you know?
Right. Well, I was quite surprised and disappointed that in the whole theater, including us, there might have been 6 people.
Oh, I know. Well, it is a Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, but it's $5 Tuesday.
I know. It's $5 Tuesday. There's no excuse, guys.
Right.
Yeah. But
with the parking lot full.
Right.
And
more people should have been in the theater because
exactly.
It is a good movie.
Exactly.
Let's talk about performances.
Okay,
so let's first discuss Taraji P. Henson as Ann Atwater, the African-American activist. What did you think about her in this role?
Oh, I thought she was fabulous.
She did a really great job.
She really did. Good. Costume, mannerism, facial expression, the whole thing. I think she had it nailed perfect.
Yeah, she really did have it nailed. You could tell she probably watched a lot of footage of Ann Atwater to get her eyes down.
Oh,
like she was like
eyes.
Bugging the eyes a lot, which I thought was like really good. And just the way, like her walk, you know, her walk and her mannerisms and everything. So
I mean, there was just a few scenes with her and her daughter.
Yeah.
But just those few scenes showed you that she had to do this for her daughter.
Right.
you know, for the kids.
For the kids, for the future.
And she was hell-bent for leather, so to speak.
Yeah.
And she took it on, and she done good, as they say.
She done good.
She done good.
Yes. And then you have Sam Rockwell on the other side. Again, C.P. Ellis, the head of the KKK. I loved his performance because his character, his real life person, went through a journey.
Oh, did he ever?
And you really saw it through his eyes, through his face, and everything. And that's just a testament to how good of an actor he is.
Right.
Really, really good. Really
yeah,
amazing.
he had his own personal trials and tribulations with a handicapped son, and a struggling businessman. He just owned a gas station in town, and you know, I think it got to the point where he even realized that there was blacks that were more well off than him. Yeah, you know, and it showed his journey right through the whole thing.
Yeah, it really did.
I was astounded at the ending. I mean, and this is all based on a true story.
Yeah, it's all based on a true story, which I love going to see movies that are based on real life events, because for me, it just educates me. Because before this, I didn't know who Ann Atwater was. I didn't know who C.P. Ellis was. And now I do.
I did.
Well, of course, you lived it. I didn't live it.
True.
You know, but that's what I'm saying. This enlightened me. This, you know, dropped some knowledge on my brain. Right. You know, and now I know.
Well, I mean, are we going to go to the end? Are we going to just say spoiler alert and continue talking?
I think you want to spoil it, so let's spoil it. But before we get into the spoiler, talking about performances, guess who is in this movie that I didn't even know? Anne Heche. Where's she been? Okay. I don't know, but I mean,
when's the last time you heard about her?
I liked her performance.
Oh, I did too.
I thought it was really good in the movie. Her and Taraji P. Henson have a moment where, you know, they have a scene together, and I enjoyed that. That was like a tender moment in that movie. Yeah. And I liked it. I thought she did a really good job. Like, Anne, where you been, girl?
Yeah. Come back to the movies.
Yeah,
you do good.
Don't be scared. Right. Okay? Don't be scared. But okay, so spoiler alert. I mean, this movie's been out for a couple weeks now, but we'll just say spoiler, so go ahead.
If you haven't seen it, then just stop the video right now, because I'm going to continue talking.
Put it on pause.
There you go. Go watch the movie and then come on back.
Unpause.
But that last, the vote at the... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm shaking the table. I mean, that's how much I love the ending of this. That the vote at the end.
The vote at the end.
Yeah. Oh my God. Here you got the president of the KKK.
Yeah, you have the president of the KKK on one side that has like his people on one side, and then Ann Atwater with her 5 people on her side, and you needed a majority vote to pass the integration of the schools. So they needed 8 votes to say yes. And, you know, each one of them from each side are coming up and saying their vote, and it's, you know, getting, you know, first the yeses were ahead, and then the no's were ahead. And guess whose vote it comes down to? The head of the KKK, C.P. Ellis. You have 7 yeses and whatever no's. And, Ma, what did he do?
He got up there, gave a very eloquent speech, ripped up his KKK card.
Yep.
And was, you know, saying what the KKK is supposed to be about, brotherhood and, you know, inclusion and da-da-da-da-da-da. And cut to the quick, his vote, he voted yes.
He voted yes to integrate the schools. That's amazing, first of all. And let me tell you something. If he can do that, then anybody can get over their racism of like any race. I mean, if the president of the KKK can get up there and, you know, through this whole chain of events, have his life affected, have changed his mindset of things, and he rips up his card and votes yes for integration, anything is possible.
Oh, and then that at the very end, of course, all the white people that, you know, are into the Klan wouldn't go to his gas station anymore. Mm-hmm. And so the last scene is all the cars lining up to come down the street to go into his gas station, all full of black people.
Yeah.
It was fabulous.
It was great. It was great.
Fabulous.
And then, of course, at the very end, you know, when the credits, before the credits are rolling, they show footage of the real life people, which was good to see because I've never seen them in real life. So it was good to have those images and know what they really looked like and everything. So overall, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Let's quick talk. Okay, Oscar. Early Oscar. Do we think this movie has a chance for anything? Either like Best Picture or based on performances? What do you think?
I do.
You do? What do you think?
I do. I think it's going to be a long shot. Mm-hmm. But I think that it will be nominated.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about Best Picture, but I definitely think Sam Rockwell has a chance because of his storyline having such an arc.
Exactly.
I think he has a chance. Plus, the Academy loves him. He's been nominated the past 2 years in a row.
And true stories usually do better too.
Exactly. You know, actors doing, you know, look at last year with Rami Malek with Freddie Mercury. I mean, you know, like they love stories like that. They love portrayals of real life people.
Right.
Exactly. So he probably has the biggest chance of getting at least a nomination. Taraji P. Henson, I don't know. Like, she's kind of turning into like the new Amy Adams. Like, Amy Adams always gets nominated but never wins. Same with Taraji P. Henson. Like, she was nominated for Benjamin Button, I believe, and also Hidden Figures, I think. She's always like on the radar, but she always misses.
To wrap up, I say thumbs up.
I guess we're wrapping up. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Okay, on the love it or hate it scale, where does it fall on love it or hate it? Before we go.
Love it.
She loved it. I highly liked it because love it is like, to me, it's Bohemian Rhapsody and A Star is Born. That's my love it on the scale. So I got to go with highly liked it.
You highly like it because it's history to you. I hate to repeat myself.
Yeah, but
I love it. I remember it.
It's your own history.
Right.
Exactly.
And I think they did that very, very well.
Perfect. All right. Thank you for watching, guys. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks for having
me.
For
guest starring on this review. Love having you.
Thanks.
Say goodnight to the viewers.
Good night, viewers.
Bye, guys.
Bye.